Isaiah 61, verse 7. I want to read one verse, and we'll pick it up here and use some others as references. But for your shame, ye shall have double. And for your confusion, they shall rejoice in their portion. Therefore, in their land, they shall possess the double. Everlasting joy shall be unto them. I want you to turn to your neighbor one more time and tell them, it's time for your double. You may have a seat. There's a wonderful story I'd like to share with you today. It's about a man who owned an old mule. This old mule served him for years on his farm. The mule was slow and his eyesight was dim. But since the man had the mule on his farm for so long, the mule had served him so well, the owner was too fond of him to get rid of him. And one day the old mule, with his dim eyesight, walked into an open well where it was dry and unused for years. The well was deep. And when the owner had discovered that old mule had fallen in, he said to himself, I don't have anybody help me get him out. I cannot afford to pay anyone. So what I'll do, I'll just bury this mule right here in this well. He went and got his shovel and started to throw dirt into the well. I'm sorry to have to do this to you, sir, but I got to bury you in the place that you have fallen. But as he continued to fill the well with dirt, he noticed that the mule did something unusual. When the dirt would hit the mule's back, he would shake it off, step on it, and kept rising higher. He repeated this until the mule came out of the well. Now, this story has an interesting moral. No matter what you fall into or how people think that you are done and buried, you can turn your dirt into deliverance. You can also turn your stumbling blocks into stepping stones. It always amazes me how God can use the very thing that was meant to bury you to bless you. In our text today, we find the prophetic promise of double. But it's after a season of shame and confusion. Now remember that whatever you've been through was not for you to build a lifestyle on. Today, whatever you've been through, it was not to be permanent. It's not perpetually yours. So many people believe that shame and confusion is now their way of life. They live with shame and confusion for so long that blessings and favor become odd to them. There's a season in life where things just don't add up. But remember, it's just a season. Someone say it with me, it's just a season. I look at that other neighbor and say, it's just a season. It's not going to be like this always. It's not the way that my life will remain. This too shall pass. I don't know what you're in today, but say it with me, this too shall pass. I need you to open your mouth now and say it. I need you to say it for yourself. Don't worry about somebody else. Go and shout it out for yourself. Say, this too shall pass. It's just a season. I'm not going to be here for always. It's not always and forever. This is just a season. And I will not build a monument out of a moment. No. I know what it is. It's just here for a season. Encourage somebody again and say, it's just a season, and this too shall pass. Like everything else in your life has passed and moved on, And God has brought you out, and brought you back in, and brought you out, and brought you back into something else. It's the same thing. Don't treat this like it's something new. It's the same thing. Same God yesterday is the same God today. It's just a season. In 1 Peter 5:10 it says, but the God of all grace, who have called us in unto his eternal glory by Christ Jesus, after that ye have suffered a while, make you perfect, establish, strengthen, and settle you. After you have suffered a while. The problem with the modern day church, nobody wants to suffer anymore. Nobody want to travail anymore. Nobody want to go through anything anymore. But if you don't go through it, you won't grow through it. In 2 Corinthians chapter 4 and verse 17 says, for our light affliction, which is but for a moment, work it for us a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory. This thing is not going to last forever. It's just for a moment, but it's working on my behalf. Someone say with me, all things are working together for my good. Let's say it one more time, all things are working together for my good. High five somebody, say, it's all good, it's all good. I know you're crying now, but it's going to be all right after a while. I know you stayed up all last night worrying about how you're going to make things happen, but it's going to be all right. God has not left you. He has not forsaken you. He has not given up on you. He has not turned his back on you. He has not left you there to deal with it by yourself. He will see you through it again. I need somebody in this place to shout out again with me. It's all good. It's all good. It's not going to be good. It's not going to be good in the future. It's good right now. It's good. Now, what these scriptures reveal to us is that every trial or test in your life has an expiration date on it. I'm going to say it again. Every trial and every test in your life has an expiration date on it. It's not permanent. And what you've encountered in the past is not what this year is going to be for you. This is your year of double. Now the problem with so many of us sitting here this morning, the reason you really ain't shouting, really can't really open your mouth and say anything because you haven't done what the mule did. You got to follow what the mule did. See, you got to follow what the mule did. Too many of us haven't done what the mule did in the story. You need to first of all shake off the dirt. Y'all ain't playing fair with me. Come on, shake the dirt off and say, yeah, I know you threw this on me, thought it was gonna hold me down, but I'm shaking it off. I know y'all too cute, you're dressed up, but shake it off, shake that dirt off, shake off the rumors, shake off the naysayers, shake off the lies. Come on, shake off the scandal. Shake off the negative things they tried to bury you with and just shake it off. The next thing you gotta do, ain't gonna need your feet for this, you gotta stomp on it. Y'all ain't working yet. Come on, stomp on the devil. Tell him, what you meant to keep me down, I'm gonna step on it. And then you're gonna have to step up. See, instead of what you think about dirt is not to dictate your future. It's not to dictate, but it's to lead you to your destiny. Don't be defined by the dirt thrown on you. Yes, it was shameful and sometimes confusing, but it all leads to your double. And this is why the Lord gave me this today. He gave it to everybody that's here at Destiny. And he says, listen, you got to understand you cannot get stuck. Somebody say, I'm going to move. No, I'm not stuck. I'm not stuck. I'm not stuck. You'd be amazed at the amount of people in this room today that are stuck and don't even know it. They're just going through the motions, stuck. Living day to day, stuck. In a marriage, stuck. On a dead-end job, stuck. Stuck. I came to unstick you. And this word simply means that you've been detained or delayed. You may be like the mule, you fell into a place and it felt like it was over with, but it's not over until you surrender to what's being thrown on top of you. Now Psalm 118 verse 17 says, I shall not die, but live. I'm gonna say it again, I shall not die, but I'm gonna live. Come on, can y'all just open your mouths and say this with me? I shall not die, but I shall live and declare the works of the Lord. Now, some of y'all looking around for somebody to give you a word today, but you need to give yourself a word and say, I will not die. I don't care how much you try to bury me with, I'm not dying. I will live and declare the works of the Lord. Someone say with me, it ain't over for you yet. It's not over. You're going to live and declare. You're going to be able to tell somebody about how good God is. When you come out of this test, you will come out of this test with a testimony. Who am I preaching to in this place here today? Someone say, I will live and not die. You will not die in disappointment. You will not die in affliction. You will live to see the promises of God fulfilled. And I will declare that my current situation is not my end. I will live to tell the goodness of God. Someone shout again, I'm going to live. I ain't dying. Don't think of it. It ain't over with. This is a dead end street. And someone said, man, I was thinking about this because I'm getting ready to start a podcast for divorced people. And I want to tell them there's a life after divorce. And I know you try to put them in the ground. You divorce, you're done. And divorce is like a death. No, it's not. Divorce is like riding down a dead-end street. And what you do when you go down a dead-end street, you turn around and come out of there. And that's what I want to tell to somebody here today that's going through something. When you get to a dead-end street, just turn around and come on out of there. Y'all ain't shouting like I'm preaching. Y'all religious folk want to hold people into stuff because they made a mistake or went down a dead-end street, but put your car in reverse and come on out of there. There's life after this. Hallelujah. Now, I'll never forget driving to my grandfather's house, Brother Greg, in Woodville, Mississippi. He's probably the only person in here that knows what Woodville is besides me. And it is properly named Woodville because all you see is woods. And this is a place where my mother and everybody else grew up in my family, and everybody's from Woodville, and we call it the country. Yes, sir. It is the country for real. Y'all don't know what the country is. You think that Fayetteville is the country. No, Woodville got one stoplight. Y'all will say, I'm sorry for you, Bishop. That's what you should be saying. But I was preaching at my family's home church, and it was about 6 miles off the highway into the woods. There was a dirt road that led to the church. It was narrow. It was very dangerous. Steep ditches on both sides. I learned the reason why people didn't own cars in Woodville that day. Everyone had a pickup truck. And I drove my brand new, shiny BMW down that road. I'm gonna show my family today. I came to a place where it was muddy. I kept on driving. and I got stuck in the mud. I tried to reverse, it didn't work. I tried going slower, it didn't work. And all I did was kept spinning my wheels until I got deeper and deeper in the mud. Now, what I decided to do was get out of the car and try to push it out. When I got out of the car, I got into the mud. And not only was the mud on the outside of the car, but the mud was on me. Well, it was all over me. Well, a little while later, a man came by with a pickup truck. And he helped push me out of the mud hole that I was stuck in. When I arrived at church, mud was on my clothes, mud was on my shoes, mud was on the car, but I didn't have time to clean up, so I preached muddy. And what I'm trying to convey to you today is there'll be times that you're going to get stuck somewhere in the mud of life. But don't let a little mud make you give up on your mission. And too many believers quit because life is a little muddy. Who knows that life can be a little muddy? I came as an old man in the truck, in the pickup truck today, to push you out of the mud. Say this with me. I may be dirty, but I'm headed to my double. Y'all don't want to see. I ain't talking about your clothes being dirty, but I got some stuff on me that I was stuck in some years ago, and I want you to know it ain't all clean yet, but guess what? I may be still a little dirty, but I'm headed to my double. Anybody can be a witness in this place? Now here's something else about mud that you need to understand. No one intentionally walks into mud. Mud can look like solid ground. It appears to be safe. It appears to be stable and solid. And then you step into it and you start to sink and you get stained by the mud. Now, how many of you have ever trusted something or somebody who looked safe and solid, and after a while, afterwards found out that they was just mud? Y'all ain't talking to me, because you may be the person I'm talking about. See, you look solid on the outside, but if we step into your life, we're going to start sinking, and you're going to leave us with stains. You look solid, but you're sinking, and you're going to leave us with stains. How many of you have ever been in that kind of situation? God allows mud in our lives because, we got to have some mud sometimes. I remember being in the home and playing with mud. Mud would get you dirty. And today I've used my imagination to come up with an acronym for mud. And mud, I would call it mistakes used for development. You'll get it. Someone say mistakes used for development. Now, you can't move in it. You can't move in mud. No. And how about this? Nothing can grow in mud. And mud is messy, but your muddy moments have a purpose. Some of y'all have been in a muddy marriage. You ain't got to tell nobody, me being in it now. Some of you have started a muddy business venture. Some of you had a muddy career. How many of you ever come or have come from a muddy family? But God used the mud to solidify your message. What is mud? Mud is proof that I've been through something. When you see somebody with some mud on them, it means they had to go through something. Oh, come on here today. Somebody here today, you didn't just get here on a flowery bed of ease. You came through some mud. Find somebody, help them shout just for a moment. Say, baby, I don't look like what I've been through, but I came through some mud. No, you don't know what I've come through, but there's some mud on my life. See, now, I got a little more work to do, but listen, in some modern homes, maybe in your home, there's a section right inside the garage door that's called a mud room. Y'all know what I'm talking about? And this is a place where you leave your dirt and your muddy clothes. It's designated before you leave or before you enter into the house, you got to take off your muddy clothes. It's called a mud room. Unfortunately, some of our churches have mud rooms. Yeah, some of our churches have mud rooms, but God says you don't have to take off the mud. Come on in here and let me deliver you. Let me deliver the dirt that you've been in. See, you don't have to get clean to get in here. Come in here with your dirty, low-down self. And don't you fool your neighbor. You tell him right now, I got some dirt on my life, don't you? I may look holy and I may be speaking in tongues, but there's some dirt on my life. I got some dirty thoughts sometimes. I got dirty words that come out of my mouth. I got some dirty deeds. I got some mud on my life. And thank God didn't tell me to leave it out there. He said, go and bring it in the house. Sit down. Let me see if I can wrap this up. And listen, in Psalm 40, verses 1 through 3. Y'all tired yet? Okay. Let me know. It ain't gonna mean nothing anyway, so it ain't gonna make a difference. I won't keep on preaching. David says here in Psalm 40, verse 1 through 3, I waited patiently for the Lord, and he helped me. And he turned to me and heard my cry. I'm gonna read that again. Somebody need to hear that. First of all, I waited patiently. Some of you are waiting because you ain't got no choice. But when you wait patiently, you wait with the right attitude. You wait with a praise in your mouth. God, I'm not waiting without faith. God, I'm not waiting doubting. I'm not waiting complaining, but I'm gonna keep my hands raised while I'm waiting. I'm going to keep on giving God glory while I'm waiting. Anybody here waiting on anything, God? You got to have the right attitude. You got to, I waited patiently for the Lord to help me, and he turned to me and heard my cry. I love what William Murphy said. He's leaning in my direction. Y'all ain't shouting yet. Let me help you. He lifted me up out of the pit of despair, out of the mud and the mire. He set my feet on a solid ground and steadied me as I walked along. He has given me a new song to sing, a hymn of praise to our God. And many will see what he has done and be amazed. They will put their trust in the Lord. David tells us that he was in the mud. Yes, the king of Israel, the apple of God's eye. Yes, Israel's psalmist, God's choice. He says, I was in the mud for a season, but I waited patiently for the Lord. Look what he did. He helped me. How many know the Lord will help you? Has he helped anybody before in here? Number two, he lifted me up. I got stuck in there, and the more effort I put into getting out, the deeper I got. Number three, he set my feet on solid ground. And then number four, he gave me a new song to sing. What you ought to do now is don't wait till the battle's over. Go and sing your praise song now. This is the day. This is the day that the Lord has made. I will rejoice Victory, victory is mine if I hold my peace and let the Lord fight. Y'all ain't talking to me in this place. I don't need a quiet praise in here. You need a song in your mouth. You need to put a praise in your mouth. Let the redeemed of the Lord say so. Gave me a new song. But look at here, look at here. But what David didn't say was, he didn't say that the Lord cleaned the mud off me. Y'all not reading. See, he allowed the mud to be my ministry. And many will see, that's the problem with your ministry. Your ministry ain't for muddy people. Your ministry for folk that don't make mistakes. Your ministry is for the holy. But if you're going to really minister to this world in this season, you got to have some mud on you. See, I need to know if you've been through something. Have you been where I am? Have you ever had a moment with alcohol and you couldn't get away from it? Have you ever been engaged in a situation entangled? See, nobody want to say nothing to me now, but the question is, are you muddy? See, because your mud is your ministry. My mud has become my message. And sometimes your shameful moments of mud are allowed to help somebody else. A muddy past can be difficult to shake off. Remember how the mule shook off the dirt? But mud is different. See, mud, you can't shake mud off. Mud sticks to you. Mud gets hard. Mud is heavy. And what God is really telling us today is the shame of your past or even your current situation may be heavy, but you're not hopeless. I don't know who's in here that has a muddy past, but I came here to tell you that with the mud on you, God can take you to your next season. Hallelujah. When you come to the next season, your testimony will be, I had to get mine out the mud. Y'all I want my wife and I gonna just enjoy this together. Y'all ain't ready. Y'all ain't ready. My wife and I have been having church all weekend. I had to get mine out the mud. Someone, anybody here besides me had to get yours out the mud? It wasn't easy. It wasn't easy. It wasn't easy. People looked at me as a disgrace. But underneath the mud was the grace of God. Who needed this word today? Isaiah 61 verse 1 and 2 says, the Spirit of the Lord God is upon me, because the Lord have anointed me to preach good tidings unto the meek. He sent me to bind up the brokenhearted, to proclaim liberty to the captives and open the prisons to them that are bound, to proclaim the acceptable year of the Lord, the day of vengeance of our God, the day of vengeance of our God, the day of vengeance of our God. I'm stuck. And to comfort all that mourn. Yes. And then Isaiah 61 says, for your shame, for your shame. Someone say, for your shame, and ye shall have double. And for your confusion, they shall rejoice in their portion. Therefore, their land, in their land, they shall possess the double. Everlasting joy shall be unto them. What the text is telling us is that, number one, I'm anointed. I am anointed. I am anointed to bring good news to you today. We live in a world full of bad news, but I got good news for somebody. We got a crazy man in the White House Yes, I'll say it again. We got a lunatic in the White House. Everybody's scared to say it, but I don't have a government funding, so I can say it. There's a crazy man in the White House, but I got somebody sitting on the throne that's in control of everything. And in this crazy world that we live in, God can also bless us in the most craziest of times. Listen, the good news is that we have freedom. Number two, we have favor. And then we have God's fairness. Yes, there's freedom in this season for you to have a heartbreak from the past. God's getting ready to free you. Y'all sit down. Y'all making me uncomfortable. Listen, freedom from your past. My heart was broken. I didn't expect it to turn out the way it did. That was not the plan. Something broke my heart. But today I'm free from it. Also, there's favor that would have held me as a prisoner, even as slavery, things I couldn't walk away from. And now this is a year of release. You are not stuck. Shout at somebody across the room. That people sitting next to him don't want to give him a word. Just look at him and say, just point at him, you're not stuck, you're not stuck. I'm sorry to be rude, but I'm talking to you. You're not stuck. There's favor on your life. The oil of the anointing means that no yoke can hold you. Whatever bound you or detained you, delayed you or detoured you will be released. But you notice also that God is a God that's fair. God is a God of fairness. And in the second verse, it says, to proclaim the acceptable year of the Lord and the day of vengeance of our God, to comfort all that mourn. And what I'm trying to convey here is that God will bring recompense into this season. I declare it, I decree it, that your next season will be payment for the last. Y'all missed it, y'all missed it. Your next season, will be payment for the last season. What you have gone through was a down payment for what's about to happen for you. Exodus, let me help him get through with this. Exodus 3, verse 21 and 22 says, and God says to Israel, I will cause the Egyptians to look favorably. Someone say, I got favor on my life. Don't get it twisted. I'm not lucky. I'm not lucky. I got favor on my life. No. Nobody's doing nothing special. I just have favor on my life. My steps are ordered by the Lord. And come on. I got faith, and I'm faithful to God, and I do what I'm supposed to do for God, and then God does what he needs to do for me. I just got favor on my life. There ain't nothing I can do about that. Somebody just put your hand on your chest and say, it's on me. It's just on me. It's just on. Don't get mad. Don't get jealous. Don't ask me what it costs. Ain't your business. Don't ask me how would I do it. I don't even know how I did it myself. All I know is that I got favor on my life, and God is doing something ridiculous. You know, we sing the song, it's no secret, Brother Mike, what the Lord can do. What he's done for one, he'll do it for you. Look what he says. He said, I'll cause the Egyptians to look favorably on you, and they will give you gifts. And when you go, so you will not leave empty-handed. You're not going to go into the next season with nothing. You're not going to leave this season empty-handed. Every Israelite woman will ask for articles of gold and fine clothing from her Egyptian neighbors and from their foreign women in their houses, and you will dress your sons and daughters with these, stripping the Egyptians of their wealth. God told me that in chapter 3, but in chapter 12, he says, verse 36, the Lord caused the Egyptians to look favorably on the Israelites, and they gave the Israelites whatever they asked for. So they stripped the Egyptians of their wealth. Now, when the children of God, the children of Israel, were there, they lived in slavery for 430 years. But God tells them that their slavery days have come to an end. And they were not going to leave the old season empty-handed. What God was telling them is that your past owes you recompense. Recompense means that you got to pay me for the damages that were done. Someone said, women, the devil got to pay me for the damages that were done. Isaiah 35:4 says, for to them that are of a fearful heart, be strong, fear not, behold, your God will come with vengeance. Even God with a recompense, he will come and save you. Now, I want you to say this out loud, and because I need you to tell your neighbor this and prophesy this to them, your past owes you. Yeah, you don't even understand it, but your past owes you something. Yeah, your past thought it owned you, but your past owes you. I need a praiser somewhere. I need to hear you open your mouth and say, my past thought it owned me, but my past really owes me, and my past got to pay me what it owes me. Do I have a praiser in this house somewhere? Somebody know your past was horrible, but you tell your past, you might as well get ready to bring me what you owe me. Are you understanding what I'm saying? Your last season owes you. You missed out on something. It robbed you because you thought your last season owned you. You were slaves to that last season, but you're leaving now. And now you need to tell that booger, give me what you owe me. You owe me for this stuff, this pain you put me through. Whew. Gotta close. I decree it. Someone say, I decree it. I'm not just declaring it, but I decree it. You know what decree means? That I'm making it a legal matter. It's a decree. It's a law. You gotta give me payment for my pain, loss, and suffering. Come on, yeah. Someone say double. Bring me double. When I catch you stealing my stuff, you gotta bring it back in multiplied fashion. Can I get a witness in this house? Oh, I know this ain't for everybody, because everybody ain't gonna receive this, but somebody here today, you need to tell your past, you owe me. Yeah, you used to own me. You used to keep me in bondage, but I want the devil to know I'm no longer in bondage, and I'm putting a demand on my past. Pay me what you owe me. I need somebody to holler it out in this place. Pay me what you owe me. Oh, y'all ain't decreeing it. Y'all ain't saying it. Some of y'all act like your past wasn't that bad, but you tell your past again, you used to own me, but now you owe me. And you got to give me everything. Now, I know you're not emotional, but just for a moment, get yourself ready. Say, I'm making room for what my past owes me. And can I just close with this? I'm not gonna do all that today, but can I just close to tell you that we got a lawsuit against somebody? You don't want to walk into a courtroom without a good lawyer. And we got a lawyer that never lost a case. So whatever you need to retrieve and get recompense on, tell Jesus about it. And how many know he'll make the devil pay you back? Now come on, stand on your feet and give God some praise in this house.
Well, after hearing this word today, I know that you're blessed, and you should know it as well. But let me tell you something. I want you to also understand the greatest blessing in your life is to know Jesus Christ as your personal Savior. Now, today, we have 3 different invitations. You can either text the word SAVED in, or you can text the word CONNECT or DAILY. If you need to be saved, text that in right now, and someone will get with you today. The information right there at the bottom of the screen. And then if you want to be connected to us, no matter where you are, all you got to do is text in the word CONNECT. And then thirdly, want to be a part of our daily devotions, just do that by texting in daily. Last but not least, I need you to make a great decision to be with us every morning at 7:14 for prayer. Now, let me tell you something. There is absolutely no way to start your day like starting it with the power of God in prayer. Morning glory is a must. Now, you got to get up tomorrow morning and join us at 7:14. The information is at the bottom of the screen. And I tell you what, man, there's nothing like when 2 or 3 of us come together. What about 50 or 60, 70, or even 100 come together? You know how much power is in that? Join us for prayer as we petition heaven on your behalf. Well, beloved, I know you're taking advantage of one of these great invitations, great opportunities. Your destiny is hinging on your decisions. And today, make a good decision to do one of those things I've just introduced you to. Now, at this time, let's get ready to give. Let's remember that tithing is God's way, not just the best way, the only way to be blessed. Now, I want you to remember this. Tithing takes the curse off your life. You want to be blessed. God says, I will open the windows of heaven and pour you out a blessing. Now, you look around your house and see if you don't have more windows than you have doors. God said, I'm going to have blessings coming from every direction when you learn to obey me. Secondly, I need you to sow good seed into good ground and watch God bring forth our great harvest for you. Now, let me tell you, God can't trust you with that little seed that you have. You'll never be able to be trusted with the great harvest that He has coming your way. Release it so you can receive the things that God has for you in this season. There's great blessings awaiting you. Let's get ready for them. Well, beloved, until next time, I want you to remember this. I absolutely want you to be blessed like never before. But until next time, remember this. I love me some you, and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. I'll see you next time.